If you run a video production company and you're starting every month not knowing where the next job is coming from, this series is exactly where you need to be. I've been building a production company for over 12 years, and the thing that I keep seeing while talking to other owners in the industry is that the ones who are stuck are not stuck because they're bad at what they do. Their work is great, their clients are happy, and the references are strong. They're stuck because the way they built their business has a ceiling, and most of them haven't figured out what that ceiling is. A strong network is great to get you started, but it won't scale a company. At some point, every production company hits a wall, and this series is about why that wall exists and the system that gets you past it. Before we get into this, find me on Instagram and DM me the number 99, and I'll send you the full breakdown of this system as a free written resource. So let me paint a picture of what the other side looks like. Starting a month knowing roughly where the revenue is coming, not because you chased it, not because a referral came through at the right time, but because you have the system that brings people to you. It warms them up over time and then it converts them. This all happens without you hunting any of them down. Prospects reach out to you and they already know who you are. They're already familiar with how you work, and they already half sold themselves before they even get on a call with you. You're choosing projects because you want them and not because you need them or are desperate for the income. And that's what happens when production companies stop running on hope and they start running on actual infrastructure. And that's what this series builds. So there's 3 specific reasons that good production companies stay stuck. Most owners are dealing with all 3 at the same time, which is a big part of why it feels completely impossible to get out of this rut that you're in. So, problem 1, your content isn't converting. You're showing up and you're posting. You might be getting engagement, views, and a lot of people watching your work, and then nothing happens. And the simple reason behind this is there's nothing underneath your content to capture the attention that you're generating. Every person that watches your reel or reads a post or engages with anything that you put out, they disappear. You generated attention, had no way to capture that audience intentionally. Content without a capture system is just content. It performs, it vanishes because there's so much demand for content and eyeballs, and it does nothing to build anything, and definitely doesn't build your business. Problem 2. New business is completely unpredictable. I get it. You're deep in the work. You're on set, you're in the edit, you're managing clients, and marketing naturally gets pushed back down the priority list. And when it does happen, it's inconsistent. A few posts, a burst of activity, and then nothing because a project lands on your desk and everything has to stop. Completely get it. I've been there, and it's painful. It's also very frustrating from an internal voice perspective because you're starting this project that never really gets finished, and that's not good for anyone. And the result is feast and famine. Revenue comes in, and then it dries up. You can't hire anyone with any confidence, and underneath all of that, something most owners don't say out loud. The business is starting to feel like something that they actually resent. You got into this because you love the craft, you love doing the thing that is video production, and the business has slowly started to get in the way of the one thing that made you start the business. It's ironic, and it sucks. Problem 3. You're losing to, let's call it inferior companies. Your work is better than theirs. Your clients know it and your references actually back it up, so you have the proof. But you're watching other companies win projects that should be yours. And that's not about the work. It's about what happens between the moment the prospect reaches out and the moment that you get on a discovery call with them. That window is completely empty for most production companies. No proof being surfaced, no relationships being built, and no reason for the prospect to walk into that call already wanting to work with you. The companies winning those jobs aren't winning them on the call, they're winning them before the call starts. If this is sounding familiar, DM me on Instagram, the number 99, and I'll send you over the full written breakdown. Okay, so these 3 problems that we've just outlined here, they're all connected. Fix one without the other, and then you don't move much. Fix all 3 together, and the whole business shifts. The system has 3 distinct parts, and we'll look at them together here now. Part 1 is the attention attention engine. This is the infrastructure that goes underneath your content. When someone engages with what you post, they get automatically captured, passed into your email system, and dropped into the right nurture sequence. No manual work, no follow-up to remember. It runs in the background so that you can focus on what you're doing and what you love, the work. In the second video in this series, we're going to cover this in full detail. Part 2 is the invisible flywheel. Man, my handwriting's bad. This is the content and brand shift that make your presence compound over time. Most production companies post their work. The companies building real authority post the story behind the work. And this is one of the core approaches and angles that I need you to get familiar with, because this is how it's going to shift the way that you are seen in the eyes of your clients. The production companies that win talk about how they think, how they approach a problem, what it actually feels like to work with them. And that shift builds relationships with people before they've ever reached out. When a project comes up, you're not on a short list, you are the person they actively want to work with. And that is such a fundamental difference. In video 3 of this series, we're going to cover this in full detail. Okay, so part 3 is the warm room system. This system fills the gap between inquiry and discovery call. By the time that you're on that call, the prospect has already seen your capabilities, they've read your deck, they read your case studies, and they can see how you think. The room is warm before you ever walk in. You're not competing on that call, you're confirming. And in video 4 of this series, we're going to cover this in full detail. So here's how all 3 of these systems work together. The attention engine generates leads from your content. The invisible flywheel generates better content and better leads over time. The warm room system converts those leads at a higher rate and at a higher price point. And once it's running, it compounds. More clients, better clients, paying more, staying longer, sending referrals who are already pre-sold before they ever reach out to you. And you can see from this image how this flywheel works over time as you improve your service delivery, as you attract better clients, and as you have more proof to show from working on bigger and better projects. And that is the business that you're building. Not more cold outreach, not a bigger ad budget, not an agency that doesn't understand your industry. A system you own, built around your expertise, your story, and your work. I built a production company over 12 years from nothing. I started shooting weddings and ended up producing global campaigns for Fortune 500 companies. And during that time, I spent nearly a decade working as an EP or executive producer. That meant sitting on the other side of the table from marketing executives who were making buying decisions about which production companies got the work. I've seen from both sides what makes a production company stand out. And it almost never comes down to the real. It comes down to how they've built that relationship before anyone ever picked up the phone, because these decisions are being made by people, and people like a story, and people like to develop relationships. That's what this series is all about, and that's what Studio 7 built. Video 2 is the attention engine. That's where we start building the infrastructure that makes every piece of content that you create work harder than it currently does. You can watch that here. And if you want the full breakdown of the system, DM me the number 99 on Instagram and I'll send it straight to you.